Here we are, back with another MM12P video. This thing is looking sweet. Just gonna admire it for a second from the viewfinder. So anyways, as you can see, the MM12P is a roller now. In my last video, the introduction basically to the builds, she was all in parts. And I figured I'd throw it together as a roller. It's not a final assembly yet because I still got to take the wheels off, and I am going to take the front end off again just because I bought some really good assembly lube. And when I originally bought the top one, I thought it was going to be more tacky how I want it. This is good for, like, bearings and things that slide inside the motor, I would say. This stuff here is good for, like, once you put you can use this on the bearings initially and then stuff it with this. This stuff's awesome. I'll open it up real quick. Let me see. Remember the first time I opened it, it was stuck to the top, so let's see, ready? Look at that stuff right there. I'm sure most of you guys already know about this, but yeah, this stuff is awesome. So this is what I'll be using to put the rest of the bike together. And then this stuff here is more of a watery type of, watch it get all over my seat or something. This one here is more of a watery consistency. See that? It's still nice and tacky and got good sling to it, but it's not like that one. So these are really good assembly lubes, and then you got your grease. That's what I'll be using to assemble it once and for all, because the reason I showed you that is because that's very important. Most people don't lube stuff up, they don't use Loctite, and then you run into a bunch of problems. Like, that's probably where this bolt went, I would assume. What I'm going to do with this thing is I have a new sticker. I'm going to chop, if you look right there, there's that much. I'm going to chop that much off, and then I'm going to shorten it that much. If I need to, I can cut it here, but I don't think I'll need to. I think I'll just chop that much off of it, and then it'll be a little bit shorter, so that'll look pretty sweet. And what else I got going on in this thing? I recently put this on, so I know there's going to be questions eventually once people see the video, but this setup is the original BBR rear brake master cylinder, and it's an RM or CR Honda style rear brake master cylinder. So CR 125, 250, I think, 02 to 07, and that's what this cover is, and it works really good. The under brake pedal, super rare, hard to get. I got this has been filed down for the Daytona engine, so what I'm going to end up doing is cleaning this all up, making it look like it wasn't filed down, and then just powder coating those black. What's next here? Front end's on, as you can see. I fixed the broken off piece. This is actually has been broken off before, you wouldn't even notice. The bump stop, someone must have took a gnarly crash. See that bump stop? Made my own on that side. Pretty sweet. 7/8 risers instead of the oversized bars. I'm not a big fan of the oversized bars. I like running either the CRF 150 adult bend for the minis or the RC mini. I forget what the number on this bar is, but it's the RC mini racer bars. I believe they're for like KTM and the 85s. They're the RC mini racer bars though. These bars are awesome. Perfect length. They're a little bit smaller. I like the CRF ones because they remind me of the big bikes because they're the same width. They're a little bit wider than these. You can definitely tell the difference because I have them on my other bike, and they're also a little bit taller, so keep that in mind. I have these stickers right here that I had custom made, so I have a few extra sets of those. They came out awesome, as you can see, left and the right side. Original. It's been replicated, and if anybody needs those for their project, just hit me up on here and I can work out a deal with you and get you. I have like 4 sets left, so while they last, I'll hook some people up because I love seeing all original OG parts on them. Most people will just put like PAX Racing ones, or they'll get ones from eBay that are fake and someone else replicated, but it doesn't even resemble the original one. That's an exact replica of the original. She's a roller now. Back wheels mint. Spins good. I actually have wheel bearings that I'm going to be putting in it. She needs some wheel bearings. I'll show you. Let me see. See that little bit of... So these wheels actually have 3 wheel bearings. There's 2 on the sprocket side and 1 on the rotor side. Very interesting. Never knew that until I had that wheel. And then I'm just going to replace the front wheel bearings for the hell of it. But these are the BBR team hubs that came on the MM12P originally. Super rare. And if they're not cracked, they're worth big money. Galpher front rotor, the BBR rotor. I'm looking for the rare one if anyone has that. You got the DLC coated fork legs. And obviously these are the Marzocchi shivers. We got the BBR Zuma rear brake. That's basically what it is, a Yamaha Zuma brake with the Marzo right there. That's the Marzo adapter. And what else? I got new ones of these too. I haven't put them on yet because these ones are still in good condition. This bike's actually overall in really good condition. Frame's mint, nothing wrong with it. This is number 35. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you the KTM front fender. Mounted that up. Had to drill it, file the sides down, and then, you know, get it to the right position. And then obviously make sure it was aligned, which it is. Running the 1-inch spacers on there, I forgot to mention. Obviously we got the works connection, clutch perch. I'm going to be running, excuse me, obviously the Kevlar grip on that side. This is the TRC billet throttle. Looks just like the Joker throttle that are discontinued now, so that's why I went with that one. We got the MM12P rear fender. Piranha. I don't even know what you call this. I guess just the rear seat bracket. Not rear seat bracket, rear fender brace. Got the Piranha rear fender brace. BBR Super Shock, which originally came with this, but it's in a new one. It's made by D&M, the 280mm. I like it because it has the reservoir in the back. You don't have to mount it up in there. It's a pain in the ass to do that sometimes, and it's easy to get to. You adjust it right there and adjust it there. I've had great success with this shock. You can actually switch out the spring to a 1100 pound, and it's even better. Right, and what comes with it is a 900-pound spring, which is a little light in my opinion, but still works awesome. I usually don't even change them out because I'm a light rider. 130 lbs. And I was thinking about extending the swing arm, so you got to get 2 of these swingers and then cut one and then add the amount that you cut to here. So end up being like 1.5 inches, 2 inches longer, which is good because this is all the way back right now. And with these Midas tires on there, look how close it is. That's sketchy, and very close up here too. And you're not always gonna have your tire this far back. Matter of fact, you're really never gonna. So, you know, I'm a little worried about that. I definitely wanna have the swing arm extended, but for now I'm gonna run it as far back as I possibly can. Updated factory chain slider. Got the Red Baron 35 tooth rear sprocket for supermoto or flat track, which I'm gonna be changing out for a 40 tooth or maybe even a 39 tooth. What else we got going on? The new seat, much firmer. It's an awesome seat. BBR IMS Pro Pegs. They're basically IMS Pro Pegs branded by BBR. Everything's BBR on this bike, obviously, besides a few things like the master cylinder and stuff. We got the D2 exhaust. I already showed you that. Told you about the bars. What else we got going on? Midas tires, as you know, front and rear Midas. This is the KTM front fender from, I believe, the 2016 model. And that's about it. So now the plans are, going forward, is to get the Daytona 190. I'm going to buy one brand new. So it'll be easy to install a clutch and everything. I'll get a clutch line obviously and hook it up the way it's meant to be right here, instead of having to cut the one on the other engine and then move it, because the Daytona comes with a spline, so it's much easier to do. And then next I'm going to get the Honda front brake master cylinder, the NISN one, with obviously get a nice brake line, core moto. I'm not sure what brand brake line I'm going to use, but figure that out. And that's pretty much it. The thing will be done. Right now it's a roller, like I said. I just got to pull it apart, reassemble it with assembly lube and Loctite, and torque everything, and this bad boy will be ready to rip. I actually can't wait. It's been a long time coming building this thing, and the fact that it's now as close as just throwing an engine in there, I'm super pumped. Alright guys, I think that basically covered this video. Got to this point. If you made it to this point, I appreciate you watching. That's pretty much it. Next video, she will be ripping. I'll make sure we got an engine in for the next video, and may even be able to start her up. We'll see how excited I am when the engine comes in. I might stick the engine in and make